The pursuit for food security has been an important endeavor practiced by all societies, communities, and families around the world. Many society leaders constantly brainstorm to ensure that their countrymen will afford their daily sustenance. This is achievable through global food acquisition strategies. One of the latest global food strategy is the blue economy concept. So, what exactly is the blue economy concept? According to aquatic culture experts, it is an emerging global economic frontier. The concept recognizes the need for a healthy freshwater and ocean ecosystems as being essential for aquatic and maritime-based economies. Join me, Yahya Mahinda, as I explore the blue economy concept within Mount Kenya region, especially the innovative integration of fish pond farming and also crop farming. As the cliche goes, water is life. Have you ever imagined? The roofing of your house can be used to support an entire ecosystem. The water harnessed from the roofing of your house can be used to replenish a fish pond. Consequently, this fish pond can be used to supply liquid manure, important for the growth of cereals and vegetables.
The rainwater comes through this gutter, comes like that. It goes through here, the downpipe. Once it's collected through the downpipe, it's picked by a small pipe down here, which is also a collection pipe, straight to the pond. The pond is my main reservoir. The dimensions are 8 meters by 8 meters, and the depth is 1.2 meters. So in total cubic meters of water that it holds, it's 76 cubic meters. So that water is meant to be reserved. So when there are no rains, I'll get to use the water. The same water, I use it to replenish my pond. Once the pond gets dirty, the dirty water will go to the shamba, and then I replenish it with clean water from the main reservoir.
Eventually, it is now time for demonstrations by Wanyika to show us exactly how the reservoir pond and the fish pond are connected.
Behind me on my right is the main pond. It has a holding capacity of 76,000 liters of water, that is 76 cubic meters, where the rainwater comes in, which is fresh. On my right hand is the pond, the raised pond, as I explained earlier, where we dug out that soil and made a molding around and put the UVA paper. This is actually where we have the fish, and this water is nutritious.
The fish pond is a bit raised above the water reservoir. So how does Wanyika connect the water reservoir to the fish pond?
This side of the reservoir, I'm going to use mechanical, that is an water engine, a self-priming pump, to pump clean water to where the fish is. And where the fish is, it actually dirtifies the water with time because of the feed. Actually, it's defecating. And that water is very aqua-rich with nitrogen from the feces, from the decay of probably particles that sank inside, and it is very nutritious to the crop. So once I drain it to the shamba, the levels will definitely go down. Then I will pump clean water, that is rainwater, no chlorine. It is not contaminated. It is clean. It is actually a runoff from the rain. So it's actually to show you, it's to making economy of scale by making something available and putting resource into it. That is actually going to be resourceful at the end of the time, in terms of production of food, in terms of creation of jobs, and actually in terms of occupation. Because once you're occupied, you stand a better way of doing things and being more creative.
Apparently, this innovative way of farming is dependent on gravity water, although briefly it will require motorized energy. Moreover, water from the fish pond can be used as highly nutritive liquid manure.
Now, as you can see here, this is the water that goes to the shamba. If I intend to use a sprinkler, I'm going to just connect here. The filters are going to start working. And as you know, because of the volume of the water and the height of 1 meter, we're able to create this pressure. So for a fact here, we're not using any mechanical energy. We're just using the gravity force. And the water is going to flow. On this other pipe, the water will flow in the same velocity, But this time we're going to run drip lines.
And now, it's time to witness how this fish farming is integrated with crop farming through a complicated system of water pipes.
These water pipes will be laid upon the earth. They'll connect the farm to the fish pond, and essentially they'll be used to irrigate the crop.
So this is a place. This actually is the water from the pond, the fish pond, the race fish pond. Again, we're using gravity. So I'll open up there so we can get to see how the water is going to flow. Okay. You fix it like that. You can see. Okay. And then we fix the drip line. Okay. And then actually it's going to go dripping water. Each from each hole. Water, each hole. So every plant will go, every specific seedling will go to specific hole. That one, and the continuity goes on. But now this is only for demonstration purposes because actually the time we are preparing the land, as you can see. So there are a few things that we need to do. There's manure application, and then there's the leveling, mixing the manure with the soil, planting, and then we reel the drip lines, connect them to the main feeder from the water from the pond, and everything is in order. Growing begins.
This kind of irrigation has enabled Wanyika to harvest green maize during the dry season.
So basically, as you have seen, this is the main pipe. These are the drip lines. So we go. See the drip line. Actually, it's going dripping water. A drop at a time. And you're able to see the end result. We have a crop of maize product. A double comber. The two combs. Can't complain. You can see. Okay.
What are the challenges of this kind of mixed farming that integrates crop farming and fish pond farming?
But so you tell the maize is getting ready. Yeah, it is really. Okay. The birds are the first testers. That's nature, you know. Can't complain. So very soon, probably in the next 7 days, get the market ready and get to harvest. See birds. Now this is the challenge I'm having now. But hopefully in the next few days, I'll have sold the green maize. Because now actually it's almost done. Birds eating is an indicator they are getting ready.
Evidently, for Wanyika who has blended crop farming with fish pond farming, it is a success story for him.
Actually, the plant area was very hot. Now we don't have maize around. So we're able to get a better market. And that is the basic idea of harvesting water, doing the drip line system.
What is the advantage of this kind of farming over the dependence on seasonal rains?
You have the power of timing. You're able to do a crop when other people are not doing, and that's where the money is.
Before the introduction of fish pond farming techniques in Mount Kenya region, getting a fish meal was a messy affair. First, collection of worms and long hours of waiting to make a catch. Secondly, at times the catch was too small to sell, thus it must be returned to the waters. However, with the introduction of fish ponds, getting fish products for both commercial and domestic uses is now mitigated. In fact, even a person with no experience in fishing will just need to wade into a fish pond, and after a few missteps, you surely get a sizable fish to carry home.
So today is my harvesting day, and I'm expecting to do like about 100 to 120 kgs of fish, and the market is ready. People eat a lot of fish, but is that they don't get it. And so availability would make everything very good. So personally, I think it is a very it's a worthwhile venture because the cost of growing fish is not very expensive. Vis-a-vis other husbandry issues of maybe a cow. Not saying they are bad, but I feel these are very friendly way to go. So anybody who's going to do the fish farming, they should feel encouraged because the market is there, the demand is there, and the workability is realistic. So it's a way to go.
For communities living around large water masses like Lake Victoria, Lake Turkana, or the Indian Ocean, getting a fish meal is a walk in the park. However, for other communities living in the steep topography of Mount Kenya region, this could be rather difficult. For the only natural water resources around these areas usually is springs and fast-flowing rivers, which are punctuated by waterfalls and rapids. So there's need for these communities to adopt this kind of fishing methods to complement their food supply. For Mount Kenya Newsreel, this is Yahya Mahinda.